Hello, I'm Elise Smith, and I'm an 18-year-old freshman at the University of Kentucky. I'm originally from Dayton, Ohio, and this is my culture chest. As a social work major, I have always been oriented towards community improvement and equitable solutions, so social justice is definitely an essential value of mine. I would define culture as the tools, symbols, languages, materials, rituals, traditions, etc. that connect ethnic and geographical groups. My definition has developed through watching and defining my own culture as I've grown up. Since I came to the University of Kentucky, I have a much more developed and academic understanding of culture. I appreciate many cultural values, such as caring for and protecting my natural hair. So that is why one of the first items in my culture chest is my bonnet, because I think it's a good symbol that represents that value of mine. Another thing that I value is Christ. I grew up in the church, and it definitely informs a lot of my choices and a lot of the things that I believe to be right and wrong, like the taboos I have. So I decided to go ahead and put my Bible in here to represent that aspect of my culture. I value my community. It's one of my core values, and I wanted to symbolize that on the outside of the box. So I have a quote up top that it says, the greatness of a community is most accurately measured by the compassion of its members. And that's a Coretta Scott King quote. I just think it's really true, and it always will ring true. The more we help each other, the better the community can become. I also value my experience as a Black woman, and especially in America. So I decided to do one of the sides of my box with this Afro art and these phrasing. It just says, she believed she could, so she did. I really like this, and I just think it's a really nice way to illustrate like the way that the experience can feel as a Black woman in America with such intersectional identities. And then another thing that I value is the privileges that are related to me being a native-born American, and all of the rights that I can access because of that. I understand that a lot of people in the global population will never have access to a lot of the things I have, so I wanted to use my American passport as a symbol of that and just how that informs my culture. Another core value of mine is accountability. So I decided to symbolize that using the rim of the box. Just around the side, it says, it's not only what we do, but also what we do not do, for which we are accountable. That's a Mohair quote. I just think it's a really good and basic thing that we can always remember and that we should always use to inform us, because sometimes choosing not to do something is just as impactful as choosing to do something. Okay. Another core value of mine is humor. I love laughter, and I definitely use humor as a tool to cope. So on the opposite side of the box, I decided to do this little like humor visual just to signify and illustrate, like I love laughter, I love happiness, and it's definitely a value of mine. So I wanted to add that. And one thing that I wish was different is the empowerment of diverse cultures in America. I wish it was the norm in terms of the dominant values in the US. I also wish that allyship towards LGBTQ plus individuals would increase, even from the straight community. I'm a proud straight ally, and I symbolize that on the back of my box with this straight ally flag that I painted. I think it's a really fun visual, and I think it illustrates not necessarily being a part of the LGBTQ plus community, but supporting it happily and proudly. And then I appreciate that mental health is taken seriously in the United States as like a mainstream value. I'm medicated for ADHD, and to symbolize that, I use one of my empty Adderall bottles as an item in my culture chest. But I also understand the need for equity in classrooms and in like professional spaces in a way that I never would have if I didn't go through that. So it definitely informs my identity. My last item inside the culture chest is my Stanley Cup, because my culture and my values are definitely influenced by the fact that I'm Gen Z, and the experiences that we've had as like growing up with the internet and having all of these things available to us. I think it definitely has informed a lot of my values and a lot of the things that are important to me. But this is just like green because green's my favorite color. Here's the afro. Here's the straight ally flag. Here's my humor side. Here's my community band. And then here is my accountability band. Thank you.